Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Athletic Bilbao. This is obviously going to be a game where Barcelona is going to want to win, because in the previous match that Barcelona has played when it came to facing Bilbao, Barcelona are going to want to get revenge, because in that game we did lose and got knocked out from the Copa del Rey, and in that match we did lose 3-2. And so of course, now seeing that Barcelona are in a position to play at the Camp Nou and play a game within La Liga and take away 3 points away from Bilbao, it's the perfect way to say we are now the better team. We have now officially improved. So we are going to be discussing what should we expect from Barcelona, what should we expect from Bilbao, and the predicted starting 11, right? What could possibly be Xavi's starting 11 that can take down Bilbao? And also, we are going to be discussing the future of Busquets and Erling Haaland. So there is so much that we do have to discuss within today's videos, but of course, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app, it is the best football app you could find within the App Store when it does come to the latest player news, team stats, player stats. If you guys do want to follow a specific game that's going on or a transfer saga that's currently going on in the football world, the OneFootball app is going to be there to cover for you immediately and live. The only thing that you do have to do, it is to scan the QR code that you do see on the screen here. You can take a photo of it and scan it with the camera in your phone, or if not, there is going to be a link in the description box down below. They'll take you straight to the App Store, and then you'll be able to download the OneFootball app. Again, the OneFootball app, it is the best football app. You will always be and forever be up to date with the latest football news. You guys will not be disappointed. And I also do want to thank OneFootball for supporting a content creator. But now let's get back into the video. Let's first talk about the future of Busquets and Erling Haaland, and starting with Sergio Busquets. Now look, Busquets in this season has showed that he is very irreplaceable. There is no player that is capable to replace what Busquets has been doing on the field, and he has been showing such a great level since Xavi has taken over. He is much more mobile, more active. His positioning is on point. He's much more vertical, right? And one of the most vertical players on the pitch. But eventually, right, Barcelona is going to have to find that replacement for Busquets. I understand that it does seem almost impossible to replace someone like him, because there is not going to be anyone like him in the future. And just like with Lionel Messi, right, I would put Busquets right next to this player, because besides Messi, one of the most difficult things Barcelona is going to have to do is to replace someone like Busquets. So what could possibly be Busquets' next move, and where could he go? And so it does say here, according to Xavi Campos, Busquets is fond of the MLS. It is a possibility that he'll be eventually hanging up his boots in the US, which could in particular be at Inter Miami. And this is not the first time we have heard Busquets being a fan of USA, because back in 2019 he did have an interview where he was talking about how he is a fan of the US. He likes the format of the US. He does understand that it is much different compared to Europe, but it does draw his interest. And look, Busquets is 33 years old. His contract does end in the summer of 2023. There is no signs of Barcelona wanting to renew this player. So everything does indicate that Busquets could be leaving to the US, maybe to Inter de Miami, in the summer of 2023. And throughout that time between today and the summer of 2023, Barcelona is going to have to find a replacement, right? Whether it is to develop a central defensive midfielder within La Masia, or actually find a replacement out there in Europe. Now let's move on towards Erling Haaland, because it does say here, according to Mateo Moreto, yes, it is confirmed that there has been a recent meeting that took place between Joan Laporta and Mino Raiola, and they were talking about the likes of Erling Haaland and Mazraoui. This has all been confirmed from sources in Germany, from sources in Spain. And so these type of movements, right, to these type of meetings that we have been seeing and hearing about in the past couple of days, this is expected, because we have seen reports that did come out a few weeks ago or a few months ago on how Mino Raiola and Borussia Dortmund, they were saying how there needs to be a decision for Erling Haaland very, very soon. It's either going to be in the end of March or in the beginning of April. So we should expect to hear a lot of noise regarding Erling Haaland's future for the next few weeks. And I am very confident that Barcelona are going to be in the strongest position to bring in someone like Erling Haaland, because of the amount of meetings that has been going on in the past few months. It's a very similar situation to Ferran Torres, right? Because like if Mino Raiola knew that Barcelona were not capable to bring in someone like Haaland, right, a generational player, he would not be taking these meetings. But they have had multiple meetings. The same thing went on with Ferran Torres. Many of us were saying, why would someone like Mateo Lemán go all the way to England, speak to Man City and the agent and to the player, when they supposedly knew that they were not able to financially afford someone like Ferran Torres? It doesn't make any sense. But obviously the reason why they were there, it is because they knew that they were able to afford someone like Ferran Torres, which is why they had multiple meetings. And the same thing is happening with Erling Haaland. And then as for Mazraoui, I'm very unsure on whether I do want this player now, because of the incorporation of Dani Alves and his great level. You look at Sergio Dest and his current form, he is finally picking up his level, and he is showing that he is in Barcelona's level. And Xavi has said that and confirmed that during the press conference. And then also we might actually incorporate another right back that is coming from Chelsea, and that is Azpilicueta, who is someone that's very familiar with playing with players like Pedri, Gavi, Ansu, Ferran Torres, and many other more. But I do believe that one of the main reasons on why we may not even see the transfer of Mazraoui, it is going to be coming down to someone like Sergio Dest and his come up. But now let's move on towards the match between Barcelona and Athletic Club, because like we have said before, Barcelona is going to be playing at home. We look at the squad list here, we can see that Lenglet is back, Memphis Depay is also back, which does excite many Barcelona fans, because you look at what Xavi has been doing with someone like Aubameyang or someone like Dembélé, Adama Traoré, Ferran Torres, and many other players that has been incorporated during this January transfer window. Could Xavi do the exact same thing with Memphis Depay? Could he make this player much more efficient in the attack? And many of us want to see Memphis Depay succeed. We want to see this player score goals, bring assists, be as effective as someone like Adama Traoré or Dembélé or Ferran Torres or Aubameyang, and also with players like Luke de Jong. Because if Xavi can do that with Luke de Jong, he can also definitely do that with Memphis Depay. And by no question, right, Memphis Depay is a player that does have quality. He is a star player. He is someone that can bring so much more to the field. And tomorrow against Athletic Club, that could be a brand new beginning. And so should we expect to see Memphis start against Athletic Club or maybe even just participate in this game? We're going to have to wait and see. And let me tell you guys, this player, Memphis, he is no stranger to scoring against Athletic Club. One of the first few matches that Barcelona has played in this season, I do believe it was around the time under Ronald Koeman, Memphis Depay was the one that did score against Athletic Club. So he does have the experience already. He knows what it takes. And so yes, there is a possibility that we could see him tomorrow night, and it is going to be a great thing to see. And now let's move on towards Barcelona as a collective, right? Because the amount of momentum that has been brought to this club and to this team, right, these players, it is so special. And I do expect Athletic Club to see a much different Barcelona, to the Barcelona that they saw back in the Copa del Rey in January. And Xavi did say this the best during the press conference, and he said this, and I quote, "We want to consolidate the things we are doing. We are a different team from the one that went to San Mamés in the cup, but it will be a difficult game and a beautiful one." So it is true, right? Xavi is speaking complete facts. The identity is finally starting to show in this Barcelona team. These players are finally starting to understand their roles. Like for example, Sergio Dest, he's playing at a great level. Frenkie de Jong, look at how he did play against Napoli. He is starting to become a very effective midfielder. You look at Dembélé, Adama Traoré, and Luke de Jong. This Barcelona team as a whole, right, they demand more authority, more possession in all areas of the pitch. And I honestly would not be surprised to see Athletic Club like defend their own half and try to counterattack FC Barcelona. Barcelona in their end have shown in certain moments that they are able to deal with these type of situations very well. But one very important thing that I want Barcelona and Xavi to really understand tomorrow night, and we have seen this movie before, and it's going to be this: Barcelona need to understand that they have to get away from set pieces as much as possible, because this is what Athletic Club is going to be looking for tomorrow night, and they're very dangerous in those set pieces. That is how they do get the majority of their goals against these very tough oppositions like Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia. They love to be in set pieces. And so what Barcelona have to do in their end is not make any ridiculous mistakes or fouls in our own half, because that is what Athletic Club is going to want to see. And the only way Barcelona can stay away from those type of things and not give Athletic Club these set pieces that can go into our own box is to do two things. Barcelona have to keep possession as much as possible and keep the ball in Athletic Club's own half. Now, it is impossible, right, to keep Athletic Club in their own half 100% of the time, but what we are asking for is for Barcelona to have the ball away from their own half 90% of the time. Because if Barcelona can do that, they will be able to minimize the amount of set pieces that could potentially be given to this team. But now let's move on towards the predicted starting 11 and what we could see tomorrow night. So we are going to be seeing obviously a 4-3-3 formation. This is Xavi's preferred formation, so we should see Ter Stegen in goal, Alves on the right back position, Piqué and Araujo as a center back duo, Sergio Dest on the left. Keep in mind that Jordi Alba is not going to be in this game because of the amount of yellow cards he has received. So we should expect to see Dest occupying that position. As for the midfield, we should expect to see Busquets, Pedri, and Frenkie, three players who have been on form as of late. And then as for the front three, we should expect to see Dembélé on the right, Aubameyang as the striker, and Ferran Torres as the left winger. I do expect to see Xavi rest players like Gavi and Adama Traoré because these players have been playing a lot of minutes, and so we should expect to see these substitutions also happen, like Gavi coming in, Adama Traoré coming in, Memphis Depay coming in, because it is very important for this attacking line, like for someone like Ferran Torres, Aubameyang, and Dembélé to be refreshed, right? We need that attacking line overall being refreshed around the second half, because the amount of intensity that is going to be demanded from the front three in those first like 45 to 60 60 minutes is going to be very, very high. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news and pre-match preview. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.